And a fine evening to you, wherever you are tuned in to this broadcast. Welcome to the Doke Messiameka Stadium here in Port Harcourt, River State. Seconds have turned into minutes, minutes to hours, and hours into days. The board is set, the pieces are moving. We come to it at last, the return leg of the big fixture and group stage decider involving two well-drilled sides. One adorns the clock of being the most successful Nigerian team on the continent, the other ruthless when they play at home. It's Rivers United versus Eyimba International Football Club, the second leg of the CAF Confederation Cup playoff contest. The first leg of this tie played in Aba was decided by Cyril Olisema's 59-minute strike. The game was watched in over 140 countries. You would expect that number to rise considering the importance of today's contest. This is a footballing rivalry which precedes both clubs. Eyimba's quest for a place in the group stage of the tournament would be heavily tested by an opposition so familiar you could loosely term this rivalry as a derby. Eyimba with just one change from the team that secured the win in the first leg. Samad Kadri comes on for the suspended Tosi Omoyele. Cyril Olisema, who got the only goal, is in midfield. The unplayable player Anayo Iwala also starts for the People's Elephant. For Rivers United, the desperation to see this fixture through has necessitated pretty much four changes made by the coach of the side, and he's lined out the formation 4-3-3. Stanley Aguma, the man who you certainly can feel is under pressure. Coach of the home side, Stanley Aguma. Just right beside him is Ndubisi Nduka, who is the assistant manager.
Even if you've been in town earlier on today, everyone is talking about this game. Everyone wants to, watch the game. They're going to see it on television, though.
Oh, they will. The man who's here live is the coach of the People's Elephants, Coach Fatai Osho. The Port Harcourt Bayside eventually kicked off in what is a served-up meal of a football game. Eyimba are ready to cross all rivers, even the shark-infested ones, while they try to ignore the whistles and clicks of the Dolphins. For the home side, the first mission is to level the aggregate score. During club football since 1977, that was when Rangers International defeated Shooting Stars in the semi-final of the Den Cup Winners' Cup. They eventually went on to be champions. Fortunate Moniwari for Rivers United. The goalkeeper comes off his line and makes that a blinding save. Well, a bit nervy start for Eyimba International.
Yeah, as we see Fortune there, easily muscles his man, muscles the defender. Big lad there is Fortune. Now decides to take a shot at goal there, but John Noble goes down quite well, blocks him, makes himself big, and puts up Fortune Moniwari, prevents him from scoring.
Kunle Dulami. Anayo Iwala. They seem quite deliberate from Cletus Morton, just stamping his foot.
The referee thought twice about letting it go. Like you see, he went for the ball there at a bit of a karate kick and caught Olisema badly. The referee thought about playing the advantage but had to pull it back.
Well, that's the Super Eagles coach and also the legend Victor Ikpeba, the Prince of Monaco they call him.
Yeah, you recognize him anywhere. Victor Ikpeba.
Antonio Maka seems to have bandage. Sadiq Abubakar just saw behind and hits it! And hits the goalpost, chased down by Iwala. Unfortunately for him, the pitch not to convince that the goalkeeper's off his line. Some confusion.
But went beyond Teofilo Safelokai. Look at him there, struggling with the defender, spun around, quick shot. I think the bounce was what gave him some troubles there, Teofilo Safelokai, as we see. The bounce, multiple bounces before he came his way.
The first caution certainly. There's no way he's not going to show the book into Kazie Naya.
We haven't seen him play so much this season. Now here's the tackle there. Anayo Iwala was well beyond him. Odulami knew that, and he knew the pace forward was already gone beyond him, and stretches out there and brings him down.
And also listed for the fixture, so he's out of this. Well, Iwala's got pace. Well, again, he's gone past Kazie Naya. Still, Anayo Iwala clipped behind. Free kick to Eyimba.
Just pacey, tricky. everything, you name it, he's got. He's already well beyond Kazier, and Kazier clipped him from behind, brought him down there. There he is. He moves like a gazelle.
If this goes in, it becomes a mountain. Iwala to take. Iwala takes! A good save from the goalkeeper, Teophilus Afelokai. Ahmed against Anemina. He got the best of him the last time they had that encounter. Ohaume, well, he's gone past everyone. He's 1-on-1 with the goalkeeper. Michael Ohaume should make this count. The goalkeeper saves, but eventually Fortuna Manuele, who gets to respond, and the aggregate score is level. He gets the first goal of the game, and now they can say we are back in this tie. Fortuna Manuele gets his third goal in the CAF Confederation Cup.
Yeah, we see it there. Buster speed there from Malachi Ohaume. Nabil Yaro tried to put him down. John Noble did all he could to put him off there. But Fortuna Manuele coming in there, and he puts it beyond everyone. Puts it in the goal there for Rivers United.
Theophilus. What a half. What a 45 minutes display from Aimba and Rivers United. But after 45 minutes, they will be happy with the performance here at the Doke Messiameka Stadium. Half time, it's Rivers United 1, Aimba International 0. Well, pretty much up to date with the application, that's right, npfl.tv. It's on the Google Play and App Store. They have a ritual, don't they, Carl? Coach Stanley Aguma and Ndubisi Nduka, his first assistant.
Yeah, Stanley Aguma, Ndubisi Nduka, they've worked together. The last time Dolphins won the league, Ndubisi Nduka was assistant to Stanley Aguma before he moved on elsewhere to handle things of his own.
Second 45 on the way. There could be an extension. There also might not be an extension. That's the man Felix Ayasiago. Most will credit Aimba's dominance in Nigeria to him. He brought not only league titles but also continental success for the People's Elephant.
He's one of the longest serving administrators when it comes to football in this country. And like I say, his experience on the continent, his experience at the helm, basically has made Aimba what it is today. Everyone credits him for Aimba's success.
Well, it's 55 minutes, Rivers still lead. And it's on aggregate equal 1-1. Anayo Wala, good piece of skill from the player who's unmarked, unstopped. Anayo rolls it, well intercepted. Oh, such a handful.
A very good evening to our sports fans. You just watched match in the CAF Confederations Cup. By this evening, Aimba will be traveling to Algiers for the other match in the CAF Confederations Cup. Welcome to the show. My name is Soprinye Godwin Jaja. We're looking at Aimba's departure for the CAF Confederations Cup, also the European Super League and the Women's Super League. And of course, my guest today is former ex-Aimba player himself, who's played with Aimba many years, Mba Kalu. You're welcome to the show.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Jaja. Happy to be with here once more here.
Yes, we'll stay with Aimba because they play tomorrow in the CAF Confederations Cup and they leave this night for Libya and not Algeria. I'm sorry for that one, for Libya this evening.
Yes, exactly. That's the truth. In fact, as I'm discussing with you now, they're on air, you know, and the match has been proposed to Thursday, 10 o'clock in the night. Because of the Ramadan fast, the match was moved from 8 to 10 in the night. And knowing the intricacies of this match and the rest of it, then we find out that well, we found out that the ups and downs of it is that the governor of Abia State chartered flight about 130 million naira for them to be able to go and come back. The reason is because of they overstayed in their last match against EH Setif. Yes. So the issue of getting visa became a problem. So they moved earlier and couldn't secure that time. So that was why they had to go on chartered flight. The news coming up to us now that about several Enyimba players, they are on injury.
So we understand that Enyimba is living with 18 players.
Yes, exactly. They left with 18 players and officials. So you can imagine what happens there. So we put our prayers in God's hand. We don't know what the outcome of this match is going to be. And you know the Algerians, they have this style of delay tactics in the pitch, where if anything brings them down, you will come and pour libation for them to get up from the ground. So I don't know the magic Enyimba is going to make, but we are praying and leave everything to God. If Enyimba can come back with draw, I think they will beat Orlando Pirates here in Aba International Stadium. Okay,
we'll stay in the Nigerian Football League because Ahmed Musa is the reigning topic here. He says he cannot. He'll be playing only Kano Pillars, only home matches for Kano Pillars, and because of the security of the Nigerian road, the road, you know, the security of the country. Yes. Ahmed Musa said he will only honor home league matches for Kano Pillars, and if at all he's traveling, he will only travel by air as far as Nigerian Football League is concerned.
Yes, with the speculations of rumor, Ahmed Musa said he will be only able to travel anywhere there's flight routes, but anywhere they go by road, that he will not be able to make it, you know. So that he will not be able to make it because of the bad road and insecurity and all the rest. So you can see he's limited to about maybe 60 to 40% of match that's going to be played in Kano. So I don't know how the club is going to cope.
He's going to fly. The story that he said he's going to fly. If Kano Pillars are playing, for instance, Rivers United, Ahmed Musa will have to fly if he wants to honor that match.
Yes, well, as it stands, I guess the club will be able to afford his expenses and the rest of it.
The club is not paying him, and that's what we understand. The Kano Pillars, Ahmed Musa said he's playing this match on free of charge. Can you really pay? Can Kano Pillars pay Ahmed Musa? Well, than the club. But that's the truth. Ahmed Musa was earning about $100,000 for Al Nassr in Saudi Arabia a week.
Yes, no matter how much they give to him, he can give that to the charity because I think the state will have the money to afford him to an extent. So I know he wants to give back to the society. That's what he's trying to look at, and also pave his way to show that he's still equal to the tax. But if you ask me now, Ahmed Musa is now a home-based player, yes, and that is how it
and he can play for the Chan if he stays. He's qualified to play for Chan now.
Yes, but if you ask me if I'm Ahmed Musa, I will not play for Chan because I've showed the class I've made. I've been to World Cup. Just that I came back home to support the MPFL league, and you are sending.
How about if Kano Pillars ends up winning a league or getting a continental ticket, and Musa doesn't get a good European offer and is happy with Kano Pillars?
Well, for the love of the game. And they want him to also show his class and the continental level. I don't think he's going to object that. But if I were him, Super Eagles captain going to play Chan, while people like Chukwueze...
If he's playing regularly and his Kano Pillars is playing continental football, is there anything wrong with that?
Well, there's nothing wrong, but it depends on individual perception, if he could be able to take it.
Okay, let's look at Kano Pillars and their statement concerning Ahmed Musa. I think we have that text message from Twitter handle concerning Ahmed Musa. Let's look at what Kano Pillars has said concerning Ahmed Musa's story. All right, we can zoom in a little bit. It says Ahmed Musa will only play MPFL home matches due to insecurity and bad road network in Nigeria. The Super Eagles captain will only attend away matches if his team organizes an air transport flight for him. That's coming out from Kano Pillars. We talked about this one.
Yes.
So this is clear now. Ahmed Musa will only play
home matches
if there's a flight.
Yes. Well, I think he still has that spirit and mind of Europe football, but I want him to understand he's now in Africa and in Nigeria in that matter.
And the MPFL.
And MPFL. So I think he should direct his mind back to being home and take whatever he sees at home, you know, because players like him who has made so much money in the game, and you are risking going by road for peanut, or even like he said, it's for free, and something happens to you, and he wouldn't take that. So I don't blame him.
All right, so Ahmed Musa will play only home matches for Kano Pillars due to insecurity and bad network. Let's look at the Women's Super League because Rivers Angels played at the goalless draw yesterday. Let's look at the result we have from the Women's Super League. Don't forget that the next year we're going to have the CAF African Women's Champions League. But let's quickly look at the Women's Super League, some of the results we have. And this is what the table looks like as far as the Women's Super League is concerned. FC Robo is on top. Sunshine Queens is second. Delta Queens is third. Rivers Angels is fourth. Bayelsa Queens is fifth. Edo Crowns are sixth. So only the top two will represent Africa in the continent next year. You fancy Rivers Angels, but they're currently bottom, fourth on that league table in the Super Six.
Yes, the chances of Rivers Angels going for that tournament next year, I doubt it, because
it's still very early. I mean, this is just
I think they have about 3 matches in that group remaining.
Yeah.
So they
have to win their next matches.
Yes. So I wonder the possibility, because they are fourth, not even second.
But you look at the point; it's 4 points. You think they can still get? I mean, it's still very early.
Yeah, Rivers Angels has 2 points.
Yeah, so it's still. I mean, all they need to do is win one match and hope that this other guy's FC Robo or something.
Well, that's your thinking, but I tell you, it is not easy for them to just overcome these other teams at the top, and knowing very well that the 2 teams at the top, they are very good side. So I wonder the possibility where they can meet up.
Well, anyway, Rivers Angels will play Bayelsa Queens tomorrow.
Exactly.
And you expect them to pick a point there?
Yes, I expect them to pick a point. Why not? It's possible. And I think it's a home match for Rivers.
Yeah, the match is actually being played in the Ijebu-Ode, the Super Six.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. All right, let's move to the European Super League. And then when we come back, we'll take a look at some of the other captions trending. All right, so welcome back. The European Super League. It looks like that project is dead because only 2 clubs are remaining now. All the 6 European English Premier League clubs are pulled out of the Super League.
Yes, Jaja. I think I call it a shame, dramatic display for the past few days. Knowing that this European Super League has already been proposed since 1990, which to kick off by 2021 football season. And after 20 years, the dream is dead. And
look at it. Only 2 clubs. In fact, AC Milan is the latest club to have pulled out. So we're only having the Spanish clubs. Only Barcelona
and Real Madrid
and Juventus.
Yes.
Juventus is still very. But again, these 3 clubs, the competition is dead.
No, you know, it's not possible because it's proposed for 20 clubs.
Yes.
And you can see the rest that has pulled out, and this is what is remaining. And information gathered that each of these clubs, if you put down your signature for European Super League, you'll be given $220 million.
$250 million.
Sorry, $250 million to participate. And with the going of trend, you can see Barca is in deficit of paying debt.
Yeah.
Barca is owing about billions of dollars.
Yeah.
The same with Real Madrid, Juventus, and the rest of them. So if you ask me, they see free money. They see free money to run the club.
This is what COVID-19 has. COVID-19 has hit football. No fans, endorsement deals, they have all been caught by COVID-19. And these clubs are hard cash, and they have to organize something to try and get some money.
Yeah, if you organize this tournament, still, you're not going to have fans in the stadium. You know that.
Yes, yes.
So where are they making the money from? You cannot sell the jersey. Where are the fans to buy it? Where are the fans to put it onto the stadium? So you can see that there are a lot of hindrances. What I was thinking from FIFA and UEFA, I think if European Super League holds, they are going to outshine World Cup and Champions League.
Yeah, Champions League.
And nobody wants Champions League to be underdogs. Nobody wants that. They want Champions League.
Is the European Super Cup a threat to the Champions League?
Of course, it's a threat. Remember, these boys and these players are not robots. You play Champions League, you play World Cup, you play FA Cup, Community Shield, name it, Italian Super Cup, competitions here and there. They don't have rest. During the festive period, they find it difficult coming home. And now you are adding up a midweek game every Wednesday. They are going to play European Super League. Europa is there are so many of them. So if you ask me, this particular arrangement is on interest. It's interest. The chairman of Real Madrid, Florentino Perez, I mean, you look at his things, you can see that things for the bourgeois. Do you understand?
Elitist.
Yes. So it's a thing of bourgeois. So you can see that if you are a poor club, people like maybe Brighton and these other clubs going for relegation, you cannot compete for this. And remember what they said, no relegation, no promotion.
But is Tottenham a small club or Arsenal a small club? Because they're also part of this setup.
Yes, what qualifies you making you big or small club is your financial status. Yes. Even as a human being, what makes you big boy is how much you have in your account. If you don't have money, you go to some places, people are talking, you close your mouth because, man, there are so many things that will come on that way and becomes a trade to you. Yeah. But if you have cash, you can always, you can move on and the rest of it. So if you ask me, I do not, personally, I do not support the Super League because it's going to outshine the World Cup, Champions League, Europa, and the rest of it. So I think European Super League is a matter of interest. That's how I see it. It's about interest.
Yes. All right, let's look at the other one. AC Milan has also pulled. Let's look at the caption coming out from Milan about this European Super League because they've also pulled. Now let's take a look at what we have coming out from Milan. AC Milan, the latest club to pull out of the European Super Cup, and that's it. AC Milan withdraws from the Super League. So again, AC Milan, one of the big founders of European football, has pulled out of this project.
Yes, I'm a fan of AC Milan, if you ask me. But what I want to let you know, Ms. Jaja, is this European Super League, you remember Boris Johnson, the Prime Minister of England. Yeah. I want to let you know that England derive most of their revenue from football. 30–40% of their revenue is from football. And if it's not England that is going to chair this project, then I tell you it's a flop, and that is exactly what they've done. You can see Boris Johnson interfering seriously on this particular issue. So when they are not in time with it, they will all pull out. So football is about finance. All
right, another Port Harcourt boy has agreed to join Real Madrid. His name is Alaba, former Bayern Munich player. You know, we talked about this man. Alaba agrees to join Real Madrid. You said this guy is from Rumigbo. He said he was living in Port Harcourt.
Yeah, he was staying in Port Harcourt, somewhere in Rumigbo. And some of his brothers, I think I know.
Was he living in Shelcamp?
No, not in Shelcamp, somewhere in Rumigbo. But I want to let you know that when you leave to Real Madrid, you must be a very strong and hard player because if you don't take time, you can see the likes of Beckham and the rest of them. If you go to Real Madrid, I don't know how to explain it, but
he's already, look, David Alaba is an established player for Bayern. If he goes to Madrid, will he struggle?
Yeah, he's a big player. He might not really struggle, but you need to live up to standard. You must.
He has won the Champions League. He's won the Bundesliga. So, I mean, what is Madrid going to swallow him? Let me use that word. Swallow him.
They are not going to swallow him, but one of the big teams I respect too much, and they have a clause to them, is Real Madrid. Barca. If you are not in that inner caucus, just like in Real Madrid, if you are not of Sergio Ramos and the rest of them, if you are not in that caucus, I think you being in the club is like you are sitting on the fence. That's how it is. You need tremendously to prove yourself to remain in Real Madrid. And if you don't take time, if you leave Real Madrid, your market value.
But David Alaba is 29–30. This must be his last big club.
Exactly, that's what I wanted to tell you. With this age you've mentioned, you can see that Alaba might not have so much time in the game again. The most years he can play, maybe like 32 years, and Alaba is off the market. And the next thing you hear that he has moved to China. You know,
to make the money.
Yeah, that's where they collect their last cash and they go back home, just like Ahmed Musa. Yeah, yes, Adondia Igalo. When you leave China, if you are very lucky, one of the
go to Saudi Arabia.
Yes, from there you come back home and come and manage the resources you put down, if at all, you know. So that's how. All
right, time that, Alfred. Let's quickly look at the matches we're expecting this weekend as far as the CAF Confederation Cup is concerned. That's going to be our last caption. Aimba will play. Let's look at the matches we're expecting today. and tomorrow. That's going to be our last one. And these are the matches. Orlando Pirates will take on Setif today. That match has already been played. It's actually been played. Cotton Sport against JS Kabili. Mamungo will take on Raja Casablanca. Nkana against Pyramids. Napsa against Bekani. Giraffe of Senegal against ESF. Salitap against Fasien. And Benghazi against Eimba comes up tomorrow. That's our star match here in Port Harcourt. What's your thoughts? Eimba going with 18 players. Can they get a point against Benghazi in Egypt? In Libya, sorry.
Yes. I watched the last match of Alil Benghazi against Enyimba International in Aba. They lost. Benghazi lost so much chances, and as it stands, I really can't tell the surprises Enyimba will pull away. But if they are lucky, they should come back home. If worst to the worst stage, they will come back here with a draw, and that will favor them against Orlando Pirates. But I'm telling you the truth that if Orlando Pirates step in Aba Stadium, because there are speculations that because of COVID, Enyimba is going to play that match somewhere in Togo.
But the COVID now is gone down, so I think Aba should be able to host this match.
Yes, Anyansi, the manager of Enyimba Football Club, is fighting hard with CAF so that match can be played in Aba.
All right.
So I think that's what's trending now. We pray for that.
All right, so that's the much we can take. Thank you very much. Kalumba, ex-Eimba player, thank you very much for being our guest today. Victor Iskaya, thank you very much. I remain surely so and catch you and keep scoring.